What's going on, everybody? It's Monday night. Guess what day it is? Monday, the first day of the week. It's time for Outlaw Radio, live from the basement. What's going on, Milwaukee? 414 stand up. It's the mayor of the city, mouthpiece of the movement, the militant with a microphone, aka the Negro Whisperer. Hit like, hit share, hit follow, tell a friend. The show's on the air. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. Mr. Carter was popping.
Hey, everything is popping. What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely gonna walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the culture teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor, your holistic health and wellness coach, Mr. Kamar Carter. I'm also the one who brings you nature and herbs and supplements and vitality. Come on, get your nature and herbs and supplements. You can find that at the Sherman Phoenix in the Coogee Chagalia Co-op in the vault at the Sherman Phoenix on 36 of Fond du Lac. You can also find my products at Honeybee Sage and Wellness on 92nd and Lisbon. Or you could go to Facebook, find Nature's Nature Herbs and Supplements page, or you could go to my health page, Help Yourself, Heal Thyself, and ask somebody about Nature's Nature Herbs and Supplements, and they're going to point you in the right direction. Or you go to my page, inbox me, and I'll tell you how to order your Nature's Nature Herbs and Supplements. Or fuck it, just call me, 414-949-2122. Let's put a package together for you, family.
You, big baby.
Miss Courtney, what's going on?
Hey, y'all. It's me, Courtney Francois, the juice connoisseur, not a talker, but a doer. You know what I'm saying? I am the owner of Alky's Wellness, where you can get your fresh juices, your ginger shots. You know, you get your herbal supplements, you get the tea blends, and we're going more into wellness. There's more things to come. But also check out the podcast and YouTube channel, Conversations with Francois, when you don't find me on here.
That's right, man. And we always try to big up black businesses. And we want anybody in the community that's doing something positive to hit us up. Let us know if you want to get with us. The number is 262-202-5131. I am always available on social media because, not that I'm always on there, but there's many different ways that people can get in touch with me, inbox me. Don't forget our Cash App is at the bottom, too, with that phone number. So if you want to donate to the show, we're trying to build. We're trying to make it better. As you can tell, we have a new look. We're pursuing a different direction. My website, theoutlawradio.com, I should say our website, is very close to being active. So that should be in effect. Shout out to some people in the chat room. I see Brother Tierman Spencer. What's going on, my brother? Serena Lynette. Paris LaShawn, what's up, brother? I'm always on his show, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Blog Talk Radio. So shout out to them, too. Once again, the number is 262-202-5131. It's the holidays, man. We're getting closer and closer to this supposed pagan ritual that we call Christmas, right? Xmas for some. And we've talked about how black people get to arguing about what you should and shouldn't be celebrating. I say if you got some food and a day off work, kick your feet up and have a good time. What say you, Mr. Carter?
Hey, man. You know what? I just want to bring up, I've been having a lot of issues, right, with black businesses.
Okay.
So my attention has been raised to talk about it, right?
Okay.
We all know that we want black people to support black business, right?
Right.
The flip side to that, you need to get your business etiquette together. Or I'm going to say we, because I have a black business too. We have to get our black business etiquette together. We have to have our customer service shit right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get our shit together. We got to make people want to come spend their money with us, even if it's our people. I know we hold each other to a high standard, but we got to try to stand up to that standard. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to bring this up, man. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of black businesses don't understand shit about customer service. And the thing, this is what I feel. I feel like there's a lack of passion in what they do. A lot of black people just doing stuff for the dollar. I tell everybody, man, do what you do because you love it, not for the dollar. Because, you know what I mean, your customer service ain't going to be where it's supposed to be. If you love what you do, you're going to treat your people right. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. You dig what I'm saying? I just ordered I prepaid. It was one of the popular vegan companies or vegan people who be doing their thing out here, right? I ain't gonna throw the names out there. It ain't nobody who we had on the show.
Okay.
I ain't gonna throw no names out there, right? I ordered something. I prepaid them 2 weeks ago. Yesterday, I was supposed to pick my shit up. They hit me about 1 o'clock saying, well, our shipment didn't come in today, so everybody got to wait till next Sunday.
Wow.
Well, get my money back so I can do something different. Oh, there's no refunds. You got to take credit. What the fuck kind of shit is this, man? You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? You know, like at any given time, if somebody prepay for, say, a detox tonic for me, right? And I tell them it's going to be here. I have it ready for you Friday. If I don't have it ready for you Friday and you want your money back, I got to give your money back.
Right.
That's the agreement. You know what I'm saying? So it's just basic shit that we got to get together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons why a lot of black people are against buying shit, supporting you. You know what I mean? You ain't got your customer service shit together.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about the level of customer service when dealing with black businesses. And on one hand, I agree, but on the other hand, I like even large businesses that I go to screw up your order. Like, you pull off at McDonald's, your fries ain't in the bag. You know, you go to Walmart, you get home, this shit done been open and played with and put back in. I'm finna take this back. You get there, the chick behind the counter got a shitty attitude. You got to call the manager. I need to see this and that. And you just get so frustrated by it. So the consumer experience can be frustrating, but you are correct. I think if you are a black person and you're running a business, your effort towards customer service should be above and beyond because you know the stigma that comes with it. So you should be as customer friendly as possible. Totally agree with you on that.
I have something to say on that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's black people, as people of color, we definitely should be trying to be our best just because there is a stigma attached to us and because it's a stigma attached to us about everything, you know. Right. So it seems like, you know, you hop on YouTube and watch some courses or watch something so you get your customer service together. But it's not always people of color. Because I know my mom paid these white folks $10,000 for her roof, and then they came with some bullshit like they need another $10,000. She like, well, get my money back. They're like, we can't do that. So that's $10,000 she out of. And then she want to take them to court. They're like, well, if you would have read the agreement, it says you'll be paying for our lawyers. You'll be paying for woo-woo. And it's like, what the fuck? So, you know,
hey, look, and then here's
played all around.
Hey, and here's another angle, right? You know, like we're supposed to be able to hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be able to hold each other accountable. At what point can we talk about a black business that's doing people wrong out here, that's on some bullshit? At what point can you bring them up on charges and not be called a hater?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At what point can you do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this shit is crazy. It's almost, and the only reason I feel like I should be talking about it is because this is what we do here. You know what I mean? This is something that we should be raising some eyebrows to, this customer service thing. You know what I mean? The different procedures. You know, like I said, from my understanding, man, if we got a deal going on and I'm supposed to meet with you Saturday and you ain't ready, I should be able to get my money back.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Shout out to OJ Kelly in the chat room because this was one of his complaints about the Sherman Phoenix one time, and people got pissed with OJ because he said something about the Sherman Phoenix. Not like he gave a shit, but you know, he was just talking about just what you talked about, just like the customer service, right?
I remember that post.
But you know, and that's why I say too, you know what I mean, to have a black business, you got to be ready to stand up and go above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how it is out here, and this is a whole different thing that we trying to push. We trying to show that we sticking together, and I think one way for the business to show that they trying to stick with the consumer is to have your customer service together. You know what I'm saying? If you wrong, you wrong. It's okay. You know, I may fuck up an order or something here and there. But you know what? When they come back and they tell me that, I got all kind of shit. I give them all kind of shit. I give them a whole package. I apologize, but here you go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever it is I got to do, I'm going to do it just so I can restore that trust.
Yeah, they definitely should have gave you something, Kamar. Like, okay, if I can't get a refund and it's y'all fault this shit is late, y'all should be throwing some extra shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Crystal Ship said we have to realize sometimes the customer need to be fired too.
Well, yeah, I did that, but we ain't talking about that right now. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but we ain't talking about that right now.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Like I said in the beginning, we talking about the flip side of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
Then that's also why I asked the question: at what point can you say something and not be labeled as a hater as a consumer?
Right.
I feel like this is.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and see, it's hard. Hold on, Kev, my bad.
Because you hear it all the time.
It's hard, Kev, because you know what I mean. Like I say, you talk about a business or something you get labeled a hater, but then also know that the consumer ain't always right either.
Right, and I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, I get. That's why I said I get that, but we talking about the flip side right now. We talking about this side right now. You know,
I think that's a whole conversation, because I think we would have to get more Black business owners on here just to kind of do it like in a fashion of a summit, just for them to give ideas. You know, because once again, we always talk about being solution based. So to come out and blast, it's all good. Like you said, this is where we do this at. This is the conversation amongst us, about us, for us, and all that. FUBU, if you will. And Courtney, like, what the hell is FUBU?
You know, I know if I had a jersey, stop playing.
Well, it's Outlaw Radio. It's Monday night. If you got something to say in regards to that subject, you agree with my brother, Mr. Carter, or not, hit us up, 262-202-5131. Number scrolling slowly across the bottom of the screen with the Cash App. Hit the Cash App up so we can, if you think this look is good, we can do better. If I got better equipment, I can do better. Hit me up with that Cash App. Look, I told you all we need to be paying attention to some of these trials going on. And right now, what we see going on is this thing with the brother Theo Edgewood, I think his name is. Let me make sure. Theo Edgecombe. This is the brother who I told y'all about, who's riding his bike, and the belligerent white man ran up in the truck. Rode up on him in the SUV, and they had an exchange, and then he rolled up on him, and dude put him to sleep, right? So, like, there's an uproar now. I seen a protest today where people were actually down at the courthouse. The awareness is being built. People want him to want this to get more attention. They basically want him to be freed and exonerated because they feel like it was self-defense. Now, once again, in an age like today, where we just watched the Rittenhouse thing, where they said he felt, and it's always, I felt for my life, right? I felt danger, right? I felt like fear for my life.
That's their favorite line, man.
It is.
Right. So in this case, I think the brother can use that too and say, hey, man, the white dude rolling up on me, and he's drunk and belligerent. I felt, as long as he wasn't a felon with a firearm, which doesn't say it at this point that that's what he was. He was a brother with a firearm, obviously.
Yeah, right.
So we'll see, man. We see if it's the same kind of thing. It wasn't that many people protesting, but I seen some people on there. Seen our sister Liz Brown was on the courthouse steps speaking and whatnot. Let's pay attention to that. It's crazy because we got my brother, I hope Tierman Spencer's still on here, who is the city attorney, the first Black city attorney we've ever had. And he maybe can and drop some legal perspectives on us. If Tierman's still on here. Tierman, if you're still popping with us, give us a call, 262-202-5131. Give us a call and let us, if you can. I know they already be at Tierman about, but if you can call in and give us some legal perspective.
I got a question.
What's that?
So I was wondering, it just crossed my mind. Now, let's say me and my people shooting a hood movie, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I up the thing, it ain't supposed to be loaded, and I accidentally shoot somebody and kill them in the middle of shooting this hood movie. Do I get off or do I go to jail? Because Alec Baldwin, he done got off, right? For killing that lady?
Well, I don't think he's gotten off yet. I think this is still in the midst. I
think they
see no legal proceedings from it yet.
I think they sweating the what they call that position, the armor dude or something like that, because they always, like in those movies, they got somebody that handle the firearms and shit like that.
Okay.
So it's somebody that's responsible for that. You know what I mean? They're gonna get sweated, but Alec Baldwin probably wouldn't.
So what would happen if I was doing that in the hood movie? Like, well, Fam gave me the pistol. He said it was, you know what I'm saying?
In the hood, both of us going to jail.
See, now we all going down.
We all going.
Black people so damn paranoid. If it was black, that's the first thing we say every time something happens. Like,
and it's fucked up. It's fucked up. You got to go there, but it's always that angle. If they was black,
right. Crystal Ship. Shout out to Crystal Ship and Ticey Gotsey from Control C. She said, I try my best to meet the needs of my customers. If I can assist, I even refer them to others. That's cool. Yeah, and that's the kind of, and I think that's what Kamar's talking about.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm talking about.
You come back with this product and the person across the counter got an attitude. Why you got an attitude? I'm the one who lost money. I've never, listen, one time I went to McDonald's with my kids. I get my food. I drive my kids to the house. We get to the house, they open their food. It was like Happy Meals, so it's supposed to be 6 nuggets. We open up one of the boxes, it's lettuce. It's lettuce in the box, right? Like so McDonald's on 27th and Capitol, right? So
it make you want to go back and throw that shit.
Well, I had to. I mean, this was, you know what I mean? So I flip around, go take the food back. And to my surprise, when I get in McDonald's, the young sister behind the counter got the biggest attitude in the world. And I'm like, why you got to act, to the point where I just finally said, you know what, go get your manager. That's something. I'm not that person who just, well, where's your manager? I got to the point where I was like, you know what, it's cool. Go get your manager. And he came and I think he offered me like a free soda or something. I'm like, dude, I paid for this food. I had to drive back down here and you offer me a free drink. I'm good. I just won't be back. And I think that was like the last time I went to that McDonald's on 27th and Capitol. But that's my point is, as a consumer, if you're ever unsatisfied with the level of customer service that you receive, just don't go back.
Right.
That's the ultimate form of protest.
Whenever I go to one of them franchises or something like that, and I get bad service or anything bad, I go right to the corporate office. I ain't bullshitting. I go right to the corporate office on their ass. I want something out of them. Hey, listen, man, I done got $25 gift cards, $50 gift cards from these motherfuckers, man, and meals and shit. Yeah, I go right to them.
You got to, Kev. Like I just left a review. Like I'm a high class reviewer on Google right now. My reviews are popping. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I must have complained the other day at Bel Air. The owner hopped right on there. I am so sorry about your experience. Send me an email. You damn right. I'm leaving reviews for everybody to see nowadays. Everybody.
Do y'all see what this sounds like, though? The parallel with this is, I feel like, I know we're talking about customer service, and I know we're talking about consumer affairs. I'm looking at this politically as well. Like, I feel the same way with elected officials. Like, if your customer service is bad, if your product is whack, then we need to hold you accountable and like not vote for you, just like not shopping for you.
Exactly.
Like these examples are all the same, right?
That easy.
Right. Shout out to Serena Lynette. She said if that happened on the Hood movie set, you get charged with reckless homicide. Once again, as Black people who assume that they're going to do something worse to us than they do to everybody else, they're going to handle us rougher. That's the assumption we take in this country, right? And justifiably.
That's what we see.
Right. Exactly. It's like, you already know you done fucked up. You like, damn it. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, like I said, I want to see, and I know we kind of jumping around. It's the beginning of the show. It's all good. You know, go back and listen to the beginning of the show. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe to our YouTube page. It's up. We're live on there right now. I feel like there's like really not a good footprint on YouTube for Milwaukee. I feel like the 414 ain't really accurately represented. I'm saying that and I'm being biased, obviously, because it's my page, but support it, man. It's like anything else. Go on there, subscribe, check us out on there. Share the show on here. Let your friends know. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as we say. It's Outlaw Radio, live from the basement. We were talking about, if you just tuning in, customer service, in particular, customer service when it comes to Black businesses. And I had also approached the trial, or the upcoming trial, or the charges for Theo Edgecombe, the brother who shot. And I remember when this case came out, they made it look like this was just a random murder, right? Like they made it just look like it was, you know, just some innocent white man going to his house downtown, and his brother just murked him. But we found out it's something else. Also pay attention to the trial of Dante Wright in Minnesota, right? And shout out to my boy Calvin Lockhart from Lockhart Media, because he shares in-depth details. He's in the courtroom, letting you know what the motions are, what the judge is doing. And this is a case where a police officer in Minnesota, I want to say St. Paul, but it may be Minneapolis, pulled a young Black male over. He was driving in the car with his girlfriend, whatever. He panicked. He either tried to get away or I don't think he resisted. I think he actually tried to get away. She was supposed to tase him, but guess what? It wasn't the taser, it was the Glock. So instead of tasing him, she shot him and murdered him. So this is the trial for Dante right up there in Minnesota right now. And also pay attention to the fact that there was a 27-year-old black male who died in police custody here in Milwaukee recently.
Yep. On the now, side over there.
Right. So the crazy part about this is they said he went, they had him in custody. He had a medical emergency. He was transported to a hospital. They brought him back. And then he had another episode of whatever it was. Supposedly he swallowed whatever he had. This is what they are saying could possibly come into play. Doesn't sound like they whooped his ass. Don't sound like they choked him out or nothing. But obviously something was going on. And I know a lot of brothers out there be like, well, if they roll up on me, I'm going to swallow this bag. I'm going to swallow this work. It's very dangerous. So be careful.
Hell yeah, that's a lot of drugs.
Depending on what you got, right?
Don't do that. Don't die.
Right. You know, go to the House of Corrections, man. Don't.
Hey,
right. I don't know that that's
a lot of people have done it and got away with it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people have.
I'm just leave it at that, right? A lot of people have done it and got away with it.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of people have. Shout out to Antonia Anderson too, who's getting recognition for the Hip Hop Museum. Her Hip Hop Museum all over the place. Been on Channel 4, been in the Courier.
Popping.
You know. And it's the way she has it set up and the stuff she has in there that represents Black culture is beautiful. If you can check it out, go check it out, man. The sister's, hey, getting that recognition, she deserves it, man. Good. That's a good look for us, just to represent hip hop and Black culture the way she does. But yeah, man, don't swallow your work, man. You know, especially, and I hear, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but the young rapper Juice WRLD, they said that his plane was about to be searched by feds, and he tried to swallow like a whole kind of crazy amount of pills. Is this true?
Yeah, I think that's how he died, in the airport, or he was about to board or something, or he was about to get on the plane and they was going to search him, and then he died.
It said, well, he was getting off, I guess, and he had been arrested before, and when he seen the feds, I guess he tried to, and you know, don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. You know, I tell you what, if you that scared of jail, don't do nothing with drugs. Don't do nothing with drugs if you that scared. And tell you,
right.
She said, "Don't swallow." I ain't touching that. Vaughn Mays, what's going on, bro? Vaughn was. I don't know. Was you down there with the protest today for Theo?
Vaughn been busy.
I think he was. I think I saw him.
I thought I saw him. I seen his live. I shared it in the People's News Network. So I don't know if he was down there. If somebody was down there, let me know. You can call in or you can hit us up in the chat box. He said he was there. So and he might have some more details if you know, follow that brother, check him out when he's doing it, because we got to be informed about stuff like this. And that's why I hope Tierman Spencer is still on here, our first Black city attorney who was with us. Tierman is a friend of the show, been on here a couple times. So you know, we need to make people aware of this. Now the opposite of this is now all of a sudden they want to get rid of Chisholm because of what happened to the parade in Waukesha, right? Like, so now because this brother,
oh, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah,
that's the new police chief, right?
Ain't that a bitch?
Attorney.
Ain't that a bitch? Something happened to the white folks. Fire Chisholm.
That's what was low bail.
Black people been dying since the beginning, G.
but how many tragic situations happened in the city in which they say, well, the person who was driving the car or the person who shot or did this was actually out on parole and had just done the same crime, you know, prior to this. Like, it's like, but then when it happened out there, it's like, get rid of Chisholm, right? Nudge, wink, wink, right? Like,
hey, look, motherfuckers been trying to get rid of Mensa out there forever.
Right. Well, you know, Mensa's going back to trial. So
something happened to some white person, you know what I mean? All
exactly. Right.
It's always different when it's them. So, you know,
always.
It's just like the thing with Edgecombe. Like, now, is he a hero? Because I feel like he's a hero.
Yeah, we should be cash apping him.
Right. I feel, well, at least some money for his lawyer or something. Yeah. I feel like Rittenhouse wasn't no hero because Rittenhouse wasn't supposed to be there. And we know why Rittenhouse was really there. Okay. Whatever it was, self-defense, however you feel about that, it is what it is. He's not a hero. But I believe like this brother is a hero because he's riding his bike on his way to wherever. I don't know if he's going to get 2 for 15 or what. I don't know. He was strapped. White dude ran up on him. Belligerent white guy who was, I seen that it's documented that he was legally drunk, that he did have a knife in his pocket. They found a knife in his pocket. Now I'm like, hey, he feared for his life. So I feel like he is a hero. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Vaughn said, yeah, that's right, but that's how they always do us. Support him. He said support him while it happens. But first thing happened to them, it's up. Yeah, well, yeah. As soon as when it's white people, all bets is off. Look, I've heard so many gangbangers from LA talk about for years Crips and Bloods killed themselves until there was a gang shootout near the UCLA campus and some white kids got shot. And that's when Reagan and everybody came in and said, this shit got to stop. We got to stop this shit. Like, it doesn't matter when it's us, right? Like, so, and that's what we see in Milwaukee, right? Like the hypocrisy in our democracy is real. It's Outlaw Radio, man, on a Monday night. Hit us up. 262-202-5131. Yeah, man, 2 for 15. Vaughn said 2 for 15. Do they still do that? I'll show you how long it's been since I've been in the game. They still do 2 for 15?
They don't do that no more. You gotta get an 8 and up. They ain't selling dubs or nothing no more. It ain't none of them deals. No 3 for the dubs. They ain't doing no
when
deals.
I say 2 for 15, I'm talking about crack. I ain't talking.
You said I went straight to weed. Look, I'm like,
Hey, I could find something I could sell you 2 for 15 for.
I don't know crack prices. I don't know.
Couple of these vitalities, 2 for 15.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
That's actually
Come on in.
I still do my gallon. I didn't
got
get there Saturday.
Hey man, support the homie Godzilla, man. That album dropped today. King of the Mountain. We didn't get to play it really. I wish we'd have had an upgraded. I wish we was upgraded when he was on here because we could have played the video then. Like right now, we could play that video with ease, but I guess sometimes the interview is priceless though. It's a classic interview. Go back and check it out. And a lot of people, like I said, they don't think about Milwaukee when it comes to hip hop. But it's a lot of people out here in Milwaukee still trying. My son can take you to YouTube and show you hundreds of videos made by these youngsters. Now it's gangster shit. It's all D-boy bars, like but they got videos, they got all kinds of stuff. And it's like, okay.
Hey, and they're doing this shit themselves.
They're doing it themselves, right?
And
like
they're doing that shit themselves. Yeah. I applaud them for that, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't hate on it too much, even though I'm looking at him like, no, wait, what? Then I remember some of the shit I used to listen to, and I'd be like, shut up, Kevin. Don't criticize him. The brother said the brother was sober and the white guy was drunk and high. He already had his 1500. Said, they pay top. I was joking, man. If that brother was inebriated or under the influence of anything, that would have been the first thing the news reported. He obviously wasn't a felon with a firearm. He obviously was not gone, bopped. I threw that in as a little hood joke. I'm an asshole. I joke around like that sometimes. So somebody family gonna be on here wanting to fight me and shit. Cyber beef. I whoop your ass talking about my uncle. He don't smoke no more. So he must be sucker free because I haven't heard. Because normally they would have spent the narrative by now. That. Normally they would say, well, he was the guy's a convicted sex offender and he stole a Kit Kat bar when he was 15.
Right.
They throw some shit on a brother like that, I mean, they was quick to point out that the white dude was legally drunk. So what they be drinking, scotch, bourbon, whatever.
They like all that.
All that shit.
Jack and Coke, whatever he was drinking.
Yeah.
His ass is drunk. But that's the last tab he'll ever have because he rolled up on the wrong black person. I keep telling people, black people ain't for the bullshit no more. You fuck around, roll up on the wrong black dude with that rah-rah shit. You Trumpers and all you conservative white dudes who feel like, hey, well, I'll get you, nigger. Some of us is with the shits. We'll pop off on you. Like, if you don't get your ass up out of here. I mean, you see the videos all the time of a Karen somewhere picking on the wrong sister.
Getting her ass whooped.
Get her ass drugged. Like, damn. Wow. Right, man. Vaughn said they tried it already. They brought up his paternity petitions. Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, they ain't done.
Right.
This ain't about none of that shit. This ain't about none of that. Yeah, man. Like I say, if we're gonna have a hero, let this brother be a hero, defending himself. I don't know what that white man had intended for him. Probably gonna drug him and throw him in the SUV and take him home so him and his wife could take advantage of him.
Oh gosh.
You know how they get down.
I know what they do, but yeah, we definitely everything needs to change. I know me as a woman of color, you know, I keep about 3 weapons on me at all times. You know, my hands, my gun, and a knife. So it's like if the wrong person, black or white, Mexican, Indian, come up on that extra shit, it could be a situation. Then y'all gonna be out on the steps talking about free Cordy. But it was like shit, self-defense. And it should be fair for everybody, but we know the system was never made for us. You know, we've been fighting forever, but it's probably gonna be a forever until the end of the world type fight. I don't think we're ever gonna get equality. That shit ain't. The shit wasn't built for us here.
I flashed to my mom. White boy, you talking all that shit? Your ass go in the wagon, come too. Let me see in the chat room. I see Antonio said we ain't for the shit no more. Vaughn said this is exactly what I told him after the Kyle decision. You think you can beat Kyle, get your ass dealt with. He said, have we seen the podcast where the black woman working for Amazon got held at gunpoint up north by white folks mad she was in their neighborhood? I have not seen that, but it would not surprise me. And see, that is my issue when we talk about when we say bring jobs and you want to build a warehouse or a factory somewhere up north or Waukesha or Kenosha or wherever, we catch hell just trying to go to work. You know, you get pulled over constantly. You get, like the brother said, you get some white people all kind of just at you, right? And it's like, dude, I'm not even, just a little $15 or $16 an hour, it ain't even worth it. I'm just finna just work somewhere local. But I'm here to tell you, brothers, if you pay attention, there's a lot of industrial parks on the northwest side of the city, and they have jobs and they're hiring, and they pay some good money and they have good benefits. So I don't know if you brothers be like, you know, that's beneath me or whatever. I don't know. Some brothers be looking for light industrial work. I'm not telling you go and, you know, work in some steel factory, but sometimes those warehouses pay good money. Brother Tierman Spencer, the number is 262-202-5131. There you go, Courtney. Y'all can see that, I see.
You not be on it. I be typing.
Right. Because she be ready to Google. She be ready to Google whatever the O is.
You already know. I'm ready for you to say something crazy. Anything. I'm going to Google it immediately. Say something wild if you want to.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Look, language, man. It's something else, man, because everybody speak in different ways. I tell y'all all the time, man. Some of the time, my son can speak in this Milwaukee slang now, and you wouldn't even know what he's talking about. Like, I'm like, this is how I guess the youngsters talk on the street. The only thing that I can understand when he says, "Oh my granny," because I've heard them say that. Like, you know, when I've been around coaching them or whatever. I said, I'm seeing in the chat room, Vaughn said, am I coming out on the 24th to deliver gifts to people? I personally won't.
He ain't talking to you, Kev.
Oh, my bad.
I'm talking to Tierman Smith. We know you don't go nowhere.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Okay. I can't see who he's talking. I'm just seeing the words. So thank you for clearing that up. But I was going to say, no, I won't be there. But maybe come on.
We know you won't be there. We know.
Yeah, Kev I don't usually get out. I don't get out like that. Yeah. And I support all that. And no, don't get it twisted. Kamar and myself have been to some people's stuff. Kamar, remember we went downtown looking for the protest and it was over?
You was late for the protest, Kev?
I ain't got on work, man. Yeah. Hey, we was ready too. We was ready, man. We said, man, we finna go down here and stand with the people. We got nobody down there.
Oh my God.
Look, they ain't even had the barricades up in the street no more. Like,
I don't know how the hell we missed it, man. They took off.
Right, we both looked at each other. Was like, oh well.
I bet. I know.
Hey, he said we got to be punctual. You're right, man. I couldn't get off work, man. I was at work. Shit, I
was just gonna say you pulled up at like 5 o'clock, late as hell.
Whoever invited us, we called them. They like, man, we on the south side now. We was like,
Liz, that was Liz.
Okay, man. We were sure gonna go. They was like, we on the south side. We was like, we good. We ain't coming to no south side. We got a caller. I need you to turn down your listening device. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I done walked out the room. How about that? Is it better now?
Can y'all hear my brother?
Yeah.
My brother Tierman Spencer, what's going on?
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Good.
How about you?
Hey, complaints, same thing, and you know what they're gonna do. So we keep it moving.
So now what do you know about this Theo Edgecombe case?
The what complex?
The Theo Edgecombe case with the self-defense where he shot the lawyer, the drunk white lawyer who's at the brother downtown.
I'm not familiar with that case at all.
Okay.
I'm sorry to report.
Yeah, it just happened. This drunk white guy was, I guess he drove up and the brother was on a bike. And this happened in the summer. He was on the bike and then he pursued the brother like they was arguing and the brother shot him and killed him. So now people are saying after seeing the video, this is self-defense and the brother should be let go. So we said this is just like Rittenhouse. So if Rittenhouse was let off, the brother should be let off too.
Listen, I don't know much about the case, so I can't speak on it. Those kind of cases go to the DA. I get most of all the cases that involve the police and the shooting of the cops and that sort of stuff. So,
Okay.
But I haven't had a chance to get into that yet. I've been out of pocket the last few days. But I'm going to have to hook up with you and the show and let you guys know what's the new turns are, what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
I will definitely do that. So when is the next show? Is that Wednesday?
Yep. Wednesday will be our next show.
Okay, so Wednesday I'll be able to chop it up and drop some things. So
okay.
I'll be ready to start letting folks know some of the things that going on in the city and what we need to be apprised of.
Okay, I will get it on our calendar and make sure it happens.
Absolutely, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Tell the young people to stay cool and invigorated.
Oh yes, sir. Have a good one.
Peace.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right. First black city attorney. Y'all better know about it.
That's
Been
right.
on the show a bunch of times. I've had some deep conversations with that brother about what goes on downtown in Milwaukee. Stuff that I wouldn't tell y'all. It ain't none of y'all business, right? But he said he's coming on, so he'll chop it up. Last time he was on, come on, you was here, you was on, right?
Yeah.
It was a great show, man. It was a great show. That brother's full of knowledge. And this is the brother, if you see them trying to, trumped up charges in the kangaroo court saying that he downtown messing with the white girls, can't control himself and all this. That's the brother. That's why I say, man, you'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't, at some of the stuff they try to pull over our head in this city, right? So we got to speak out against it. And I'm still laughing because Vaughn said we got to be punctual to the protest.
You got to.
You're late for the protest like me and Kamar.
Y'all tripping. So Kev, you heard that we know Kyle Rittenhouse got off. He murdered 2 people, blew somebody's arm off, and he got off. But did you hear that the man that kicked him in the face was charged with assault?
Really?
Yes. Charged with assault, locked up. Yes.
And he's already locked up?
Yeah, he was locked up. So I don't know if he was out now, but I know at that time he was charged with assault. Well, maybe it could have been after when they figured out who it was. Yeah, they had his picture and everything. Yep, charged with assault for kicking him in the face. Assault. Even though he killed some people,
Right.
We kicked you in the face because you had a gun. What you mean? like you're gonna do some dangerous shit out here. That's why.
Is that a shameless plug for your tea, Kamar? Like
Yeah.
Good,
I
Kamar.
just figured, hey, man, I'll throw it out there right quick. Hey,
That's right.
Wait, get this shit.
I got you, Vaughn.
I did it right the first time. There you go.
See, I got you, Vaughn. It's in my box. You know what?
What'd you say,
probably should
kid?
come on the show. I'm talking to Vaughn because Vaughn Mays inboxed me the link for what we was talking about the sister up north. You probably should come on the show and talk about it, man. Since because especially if I'm sure you know way more about it than me. We just got to get you on the calendar, man. We got to do a better job of getting people back on the show. Kamar and I had to take some resetting time to reset what we was doing here. That's the new look. That's the new direction that we've gone in. And you'll start to see how we're doing it differently this time with affiliations and stuff like that, people that I'm connected to in the community. So yeah, man, you definitely got to come on and chop it up with us about this. Because that sounds, I mean, they held her hostage. I mean, that sounds like, okay, we know that we've talked about on the show, white people have to stop deputizing themselves. Why are you always able to do citizens arrest? Ain't nobody deputized you, ain't nobody gave you no badge, nothing. It's like the young brother in West Dallas years back who was murdered because he had tried to steal some wine cooler, and we're gonna hold you till the police come. And they suffocated the brother and murdered him. And nobody got charged. Over a wine cooler? Really? Okay. So this is what I'm saying. This whole I can make a citizen's arrest. I'm hearing now in Georgia they're actually adjusting the rules, the laws, in regards to making citizens arrests. I'm hearing that's what they're doing now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Vaughn. 3 grown ass white men on a 16-year. Corey Stingley, that's the brother's name. And I had a deep conversation with his father one time. I heard his father speak back when I was active out in these here streets. I did meet his father here, and his father is a real articulate, intense brother too. Good speaker, man. And he made a lot of great points about it. But so we look at down in Georgia with Ahmaud Arbery, with what just happened. We thought he was breaking in our home, so and have you watched this story about how they basically stalked him and they was chasing him, and then there's another white man who seen, he said, I just jumped in my truck because I wanted to make sure he didn't get away. They basically boxed him in with trucks with Ahmaud Arbery, and why you got a shotgun? Why you got a shotgun? Now, if Ahmaud Arbery had came out with, if he had the heat and done the Lord's work, then how would this trial have gone then? If you jump off the truck with your shotgun and I'm like, I'm already there, partner. Already there. So, and I think this is what you have to prepare for, because if you are a black person who can legally possess and maintain a firearm, I would encourage you to get one. All right. I'm not saying ride around with it, because I see brothers walking in Walmart with long ass clips. I don't know who coming to get you in produce or
Right.
But to have it to protect your home and to protect your family, and if you want to have a carry and conceal, be trained, know how to use it, know how to clean it, know how to maintain it. I especially think sisters need to arm themselves, just like Vaughn said, but not all sisters. Some of y'all sisters don't need no guns. All right,
No.
Some sisters, no, don't give her no guns. That's the last thing she need. But it's just there's so many threats for you as a person of color. When you leave the house in the city where you pay taxes, you don't know if the police or somebody else of your own race is gonna come and maim you. You leave and go to the suburbs. Now you got to deal with all of the racist, whatever anti-people of color kind of statues that they have out there. That's why I say, if you've noticed right now, Waukesha and Kenosha, crime after crime after crime. There's been so many shootings, and maybe this stuff was always going on. But they want to paint themselves as part of the wild counties, and it was, you don't have to really worry about it out here. This is ours. Now what's going on? I keep telling people this. If you don't want to do something about poverty, what you got to understand is sooner or later, you're going to run out of people to rob in the hood. So we're going to start moving out. We're going to start going out further doing crime. So eventually it'll be your ass. And if you think you want to creep down here to a Brewer game or some shit, or I'm going to go to the theater downtown and see a Christmas Carol, man, them going to be waiting on your ass when you come out. Right? They're going to turn you upside down and shake your pocket. So, don't think it's just going to stay with us. And it ain't always us. Right, because it's some poor ass white people who fed up too. And we know that they meth head asses get it in. People think when you hear crime, you think, oh, it's just black people who do that. Bullshit. It's some tattooed up biker Aryan brotherhoods that are multiple robbing and shooting and looting, man. And that's another reason why you got to keep a cool piece of steel with you, because you never know when one of these, I was a Marine.
That's right.
All right. Oh, I wasn't. Wow.
Like, I was at a Vietnamese restaurant today, and some young people in there, and it definitely looked like a Vietnamese gang. That's what it looked like. It gave me mob vibes. I was like, oh, okay. But there is a thing for the people that are firearm owners, or if you even just have a knife like me, for both of them, it's a thing called Legal Shield. Now you pay for Legal Shield maybe $12 a month, and it'll provide you with coverage going state to state as far as an attorney. It'll provide you with $50,000 bail that they'll pay for you, and you have someone to call as soon as you get into a situation with your gun. You know, even if you plan on using another attorney, at least you'll have that coverage, that protection at the moment. So yeah, get you some Legal Shield. Like I said, $12 a month, and yeah, we all need to make sure we got what we need just in case we pop somebody. You know,
but also too, I think you have to understand that it's like operating a firearm is not simple, right? Like it's not. People think you watch TV or you watch a movie and you think, oh, you want to jump out with the gun sideways. And blah, blah, blah. No. As somebody who's an avid firearm connoisseur and have been for a very long time, legal arms, responsible gun owner, you have to be trained in order to handle a firearm. You need to know how to field strip it. You need to know how to make sure it's not chambered. You need to know ammo, and you need to know safety and clearing your chambers and all this kind of stuff. And just general, you don't want to be the type of person with that gun in your hand and you panic, because that's what most people do. A lot of these dudes is accident murderers, especially in our neighborhoods, because they go and get the biggest damn gun that they could find. Boy, you can't hold that big ass gun. You a $105 talking about you gonna bust 245s, one in each hand. You gonna be laying on your back. You done shot everybody except for who you was shooting. Mm-hmm. Now the main thing is Draco. I'm gonna get a Draco and put a drum on it. How many of you can ever even say you've actually fired an AK-47? First of all. So I mean, I kind of figured you would, Courtney. I have as well, but I'm saying a lot of people don't. If you've never shot, if you don't have experience with firearms, you don't jump out there with an AK or a Draco with a 100-round drum on it. It's just so unsafe, right? It's the same thing I see cats with Glocks. You hear the name Glock, they don't know what Glock it is. They don't know a 17 from a 20, from a 22, from a 32. They don't know. Okay, they got the longest clip in the world, and they just want to let it off. Okay, no training, don't know how to handle it. You done killed everybody except for the person who you was into it with. Maybe even somebody in your own group or family. You know, so that's why I say it's important to be a responsible gun owner. You shouldn't be walking the streets like it's the Wild Wild West. You know, like I'm ready to have a shootout. If you got that kind of drama, I would suggest you don't be out, right? Like, because you're gonna fuck around. I mean, it's gonna happen, right? I'm at the point in my life where I don't have that kind of drama. You know, if somebody want to run up on me, try to rob me or whatever, you know, and I do what I got to do. But I'm not really one to be walking around all the time with a pistol. But you never know when I got it. You never know when I don't. That's the secret, right? I think it was Biggie who said, "Don't see my ones, don't see my guns." Oh, Courtney, I believe in the artistry of blades as well. So yeah,
you already know. I believe in stabbing people in the neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you in your neck, big baby, in the neck.
Come on, like this shit don't make no sense. We was just talking about.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Vitality.
My bad. I'm trying to take you out. When you feel like that, I'm going to take you out.
Self-defense is needed in the community too. I welcome this.
Yeah. Sharina said that her husband mad because she won't carry her gun. She's scary. Okay, so that's why you gotta know. You don't give a woman. You if a woman wants a firearm, you go with her. Make sure it fits her hand. Make sure you take her to the range so she can get used to the recoil. She has to know, like my brother said, get trained. I wouldn't hand my wife my 45 and be like, hold me down. She's gonna be like, I'm not shooting this big ass gun. Like, go get my shotgun and watch my back. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna call the police. You got to be trained. And I tell people, don't just go for the biggest gun in the store. Get something that you can, if you know calibers, 9mm, 40 cal, 45s, all these kinds of 5.6 and 7.6 and all these kinds of different calibers. If you know them, you can find one that's good for you to manage, right? Like, so your everyday carry need to be something you can manage, that you can conceal. I'm giving y'all a whole tutorial. That's how deep it is, man. That's how deep it is. Because you got to be, if you got those things, you got to be responsible with them. But I totally believe we need to be situated so that, we can't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. So I see we have this COVID. Well, if you're watching sports, you're watching professional sports, you see these COVID outbreaks, right? and I see that the pro football and pro basketball, the Bulls actually had to cancel a game because they had too many COVID cases on their team. My question is this:
Are they vaccinated?
well, yeah, they are. They are. But the
Where?
thing is, there's a mandate that you need to go and get the booster shot. So, okay, so if the original vaccine does not prevent you from getting it, what's in the booster shot?
The booster don't prevent you from getting it either. They say to keep you from dying.
Okay.
Just like the vaccination was supposed to do, right?
Right, because that's what they initially told us, that you just won't be as sick.
Now you need the booster shot to keep from dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't get it, Kev.
I'm just saying, when does it stop? Okay, and once again, if you want to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. But I'm saying, don't all this booster. That's bullshit. Stop it with the get the booster. Go and get another. Now you're gonna go get another one. Wait a minute.
Every 6 months.
Right. If the first one didn't work, what is this one? Maybe you should have gave me this one first. If this one could...
It's updated. Like the phones be updating. They update every 6 months.
Oh, okay. So get your vaccination updated.
Yeah, we're gonna update it.
If we don't hurry up and get to a point where we can get old Sleepy Joe out of office, pretty soon all those federal mandates is gonna be in place where you ain't gonna even be able to check $1 if you don't get this jug.
I don't think it's up to him. I don't think shit was up to Trump. You know what I mean? I just think they're the face of it all.
Well, if he's pushing these mandates and he's saying he's writing he's behind the legislation.
Hey,
I think he does have a hand in it.
If you go to work and your boss tell you to follow a certain protocol or you do a certain thing, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Right. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think he's the face of it all. Like, he's doing what he got to do to keep the job.
Yeah, somebody tell him to do that. Yeah,
that's what I think. You know what I mean?
Of course, there's some people telling them to do it, but I'm saying when he passes a federal mandate that says, okay, if you're an organization that got 100 employees, as a federal mandate, your employees have to take it. Then it trickles down, is what I'm saying. So if he's not pushing that narrative, then he's involved.
Yeah, it definitely trickled down. I was just saying, I don't think it's up to him. I think it's people telling them what to do, just like every other president.
Yeah, we need to. I'm not happy with Sleepy
They
Joe.
all need to go.
I almost blasphemed myself the other day. I seen Sleepy Joe on some bullshit. I said, damn, I should have voted for Trump. I never thought I was going to. Right.
It don't matter, man. I mean,
yeah,
their agenda gonna get pushed. You know what I mean?
feel like, but Trump still, he handled business. You know, people were just mad at the things he said, things he did. It was some bullshit. All the races come out now, but as far as business, like,
I hear people say that.
I just wonder what things would be right now if he was in office. I mean, besides the races, as far as business and as far as COVID, I wonder what would be different.
Yeah, but the thing is with racism would have been more advanced.
Yeah,
that's
too important of a thing to say.
That's the only difference.
We'll take that if we can do business. That's the goddamn Atlanta Compromise all over again.
No, I don't want to take it.
I think if Trump was in office, all the mandates will still be going on. It's just that the racial tension will still be real high.
It was boiled over by now. You see what happened.
But I just think the same mandates will still be in place.
Yeah, well, we don't know.
Right.
We got to figure it out. But I did say this, since I'm not a Republican nor Democrat. As a matter of fact, on Outlaw Radio, we are known as the party poopers. We poop on both parties, right?
That's right.
But I did say, I just wanted to get rid of Trump and his rhetoric. That was like my main thing. I was done. I had enough, and the way that it affected his people who was just running up, like going crazy. I said, you know what? Enough of this. But I did make the point to say that in 4 years, if he has not done what him and Kamala was supposed to do, hire your ass, fire your ass. Same difference. Whoever else comes along, we'll vote them in and give. I don't, he's like 112 anyways.
I think every 4 years we're gonna be voting in another president.
Well, until we get one that's
because it's still going. The shit will never go our way. They never, the tables will never turn to our favor. You dig what I'm saying? Because their agenda, they got an agenda that's gonna get pushed. Whether it's a Democrat in office or a Republican in office, they still work for the same people. That agenda will get pushed. That white supremacy agenda is going to get pushed.
I don't want no president no more. How do we
destroy the black family? That agenda will get pushed. You know what I'm saying? All these same agendas, the laws they putting in place, all the mandates, all that shit, the shit they got us arguing with each other over, all that shit gonna keep happening.
Because why do we need the president? I mean, we all do our own things in our separate states anyway. So it's like, is it necessary?
You want a whole new government, is what you want.
I'm trying to leave it up to me. we knocking all this shit down. Start over.
I wish we could fire everybody and start all over.
Man.
I just think, you know what? I think our system is so corrupted. And like we just talked about, now we want to update our vaccinations. We update our phones. We update our computers. We won't update that goddamn Constitution to save our life. Man. I think maybe if we just took a whole new look and see, that leads me, thank you, Mr. Carter. That leads me, that's a perfect segue into something I seen Courtney with. I see you had the 1619 Project, the book. Yes. And we've talked about that along with, I know y'all seen in the People's News Network, the painting that the young brother out of Detroit did and called it Critical Race Theory. And what it is pictures of Malcolm, Martin, and all of our leaders. And there's a young white kid with a roller with white paint. And he says history, and he's painting over all their faces when it comes to U.S. history. And people are upset about this painting. It's in the People's News Network.
They shouldn't be. They doing it in Egypt right now.
Man.
Well, right.
They doing it in Egypt right now. They shouldn't be mad.
And I mean, they've been doing it for years, getting rid of shit, bombing shit, just getting rid of history. Yeah. Like, the fuck?
What it is, they don't like when we point our finger at their ass. That's what they don't like.
Yeah, y'all make them nervous. Y'all make white people nervous with all that stuff, man. Y'all make them feel uncomfortable. Why are you trying to make white kids feel guilty? Like, y'all got to stop that shit. It's not their fault. Those children never owned any slaves. What's wrong with you guys?
Your granddaddy did. We just trying to let you know about it. We just want you to know. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you didn't know, you should know.
Right. Man. Oh, I'm gonna reach out to Tierman, Sharina. I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna send him the link because I haven't spoken with him in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely send him the link. I love talking to Tierman, man. We've had conversations, like I said, off the show, where he's just, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that. He's like, oh yeah, man, let me tell you, brother. Let me tell you. So I enjoy talking to the real OGs. Like, the cats. I'm one of them dudes who I respect my elders as long as we on the level. Oh, she said for tonight. I don't know. She said she don't know. I'll send it to him. I'll make sure he gets it. But yeah, he's one of those sources of a lot of jewels. And sometimes we try to talk to older dudes and we know that there's a generation gap. So they don't want to talk to you, they want to talk down to you, or they want to talk at you. And you just sitting there like, this is the last time I'm talking to your old ass. Now let me tell you now. No, I can tell you now, 1955, bruh, it's 2021, right? Like, I get that you was there, but that was so long ago. It's like this. I don't even do this. I work with a lot of young people, and I have for a very long time. You don't hear me saying back in 1995, unless we talking about rap music. I'm rarely going back. Like, I'm rarely saying, oh, man, but let me tell you how it used to be when I was out here. These ain't the same streets. Different scenario, bro. Not you. Let it go. So, but I enjoy talking to Tierman because he's on the level where he's just gonna have a conversation with you. So you'll see when we bring the brother on. I want to go back though. Somebody tell me about this booster shot. I want to know what's in the booster shot because this came along.
It's just another vaccine. You just take another vaccine shot. That's all.
So why?
That's what I guess. I man. I mean, that's all it can be. Okay. Or water.
But is it water? See,
I'm just saying, it's either the same vaccine or water. They ain't spending no more money, man.
Let me find out they putting water in a needle and shooting it in. You know what? That's gonna be the last damn straw if I find this shit. No, Sharina said she said it's eggs in it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what did y'all find out in between the time that you came with the original vaccine What did you discover now that you have this booster? What's the new ingredient? What's the new and improved ingredient?
Let me tell you now. I done looked it up. We're gonna
Right.
say
She done
what
got her
Google
Google
says.
on.
Google says it is actually the same formulation as the COVID-19 vaccine, but however, in the case of the Moderna COVID-19 booster shot, it's just half a dose of the regular vaccine. So we just boosting you with a little bit more of the regular vaccine. You
Same
don't need a little bit more.
Same shit.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So let me get this straight. You're giving me more of what doesn't prevent it.
Didn't work in the first damn.
You need a little bit more. You need a little bit more.
So
That's
like
why
Kamar
they work,
said, it's water.
Your body was running out, so you need a little bit more.
The shit supposed to make. Hey, listen, man. Look, listen. It's a fucking chemical, right? It's supposed to make your immune system defend this shit. I mean, it's a chemical. This shit don't work, man. And they trying to give us more of it and just tell us it worked.
Because your vaccine, it begins to, not work over a little bit of time. So, you didn't got the vaccine. Now that shit is wearing off a little bit. So they hit you with a little extra more to boost it back up. You know what I'm saying? That's what the booster, because the shit was wearing off. That's what it says on here. It says it begins to wear off. You need
every 6 months. Every 6 months, you need more.
Yes, it's keeping y'all alive. I don't know. Y'all better start messing with them shots now.
I still don't understand. Okay, I get you saying, okay, it's just a little bit more to add to the effectiveness of the effectiveness of the original vaccine, right? But the original vaccine did not work.
No, it was just wearing off. You thought it didn't work, it's wearing off. You need that boost. That's what happened to that team, because they all had the shot, but it's wearing off now. They need that booster. See, that's why they all sick. Shit wore off. Like
Dre said it ain't wearing off. Your body is working.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, you know what I think? You know what I think is happening? When people get that vaccine, your natural immune system is fighting that shit back out your body. How about that part?
That might be a good point, Kamar.
Pushing that shit back out. This is what your immune system do. Your immune system pushes foreign shit out your body that ain't supposed to be there.
Pretty much. And Dre Day, it does all the different things that come up. That's what it says. It says that the original vaccine begins to decrease its efficiency over time. It begins to wear off, and then you need a booster. So that is why you're getting a booster if you do have the shot. It's because it's wearing off, and
That's
you need some more.
Keep taking it, goddammit, every 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah, you gonna.
So you probably gonna need that forever then.
You gotta take more vaccines than you do aspirin in a lifetime.
Look,
I don't want to come off once again. I know people always give me. They say, Kev, don't be an anti-vaxxer or whatever. But I'm saying I don't want to come off that way because I want people to know they have the right to do whatever makes them comfortable. But at what point?
And how about you had a right if you wanted to be an anti-vaxxer? How about you had a right to be that?
But do we get to the point where we have the right to question it?
How the hell somebody?
My problem is tell me right now people get mad at you for questioning
anti-vaxxer.
Right.
They get mad at you for questioning.
You gonna tell me what to believe? Fuck out of here.
So it's like, okay, if I say, well, hold on, what's in this? I'll just take it. You're putting other people at risk. How don't you know they giving you this vaccine, but it's not, the spread ain't stopping? Maybe you the ones when they give it to you, you spread it more because they putting it in your body.
Because they get sick when they get it. Everybody I know that got the shot kind of was a little fucked up for a couple of days. I don't want to be sick and down. They said they was down bad for a day or two. I don't want that. I don't want it.
Like I said, it's okay. I don't think you get anywhere without asking questions, and I think you have the right to question. I see this in so many different things in America right now. Everybody, anytime somebody comes at you and says something, this is the latest thing, this is the latest boat that we riding on, and then you say, well, hold on, I don't necessarily believe that. Then people get upset. It's just like people who question critical race theory or the 1619 Project, or us saying we want to revision history. We want to make sure that history is told accurately to our children. And people say, well, I don't agree with that. Well, you have the right to say that. But what you shouldn't be doing is trying to establish laws for the people that want that knowledge so that they can't get it. You don't have the right to deny them that because you don't agree with it. So I got a problem when I see legislation being wasted on something as frivolous as keeping critical race theory out to schools when you got poverty, joblessness, you still got a lot of discrimination and segregation. You still have a lot of inequalities in our country that you're not dealing with. This is what you wasting my taxpayer money on? This shit you worried about whether or not a kid knows or is told the truth about George Washington, or you don't want little kids to know that most of the presidents were slave owners, or you don't want them to know Thomas Jefferson kidnapping a whole sister and hiding her in his house for years and having babies by her, or you don't want them to know that because that makes white people feel guilty, right? Come on, man. This is why I say we have to demand better. Kamar started the show off talking about customer service with black businesses, which I totally agree with. But I think this is an extension of it as well. Like I look at our leadership in our city. I think we need to hold them accountable. That's that same deal though, Kamar. I'm a black person. Vote for me.
Yeah.
You should vote for me because I'm black.
Stand your ass up then and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, right.
That's right. That's right.
All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Because you know goddamn well our motherfucking expectations of you are high.
Yeah, I'm looking for I'm looking for some, I'm looking
just
for
like black business.
Really happy to see me.
You know what I mean? It go both ways. Just like that.
Yeah. Outlaw Radio on a Monday night, live from the basement. The number's 262-202-5131. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook, obviously. The website is on its way. We're going to be doing our shows live from the website. We want to own our own content. Enough of this bullshit. So that's why I need y'all to hit that Cash App up so I can continue to build out. I'm not actually in my studio tonight, as you can tell. I'm in a different part of my home, as you can see.
You fancy, huh?
Yeah, I got different localities, right? Like some some vintage black art. But it's just a picture my daughter had. I want the front to make it look like it was bigger. This is something I think both of y'all would be interested in. They created for National Brownie Day the biggest weed brownie ever created. And this brownie was 3 by 3 feet long and 15 inches tall. It weighs 850 pounds and it has 20,000 milligrams of THC in it.
We don't smoke weed, so why would we be interested, Kev? Me and Kamar don't smoke.
My man be making love to blunts on the show.
Don't be trying to make it
the natural herb.
Don't try to stick a stigma to us like we just some smokers and y'all like this. We don't smoke. Now
those are natural herbal mixes.
Right. Why you talking? Kev.
I'm speaking for myself. Then I would love to taste this brownie. I mean, the edibles for me, edibles are the next wave for people who don't want to smoke. The edibles is probably the next wave.
And yes, I would like a handful of that brownie.
Right.
Just so you can determine whether or not it's vegan. This is not vegan. Listen, if you remember, at one point in Wisconsin, there was a movement that marijuana was supposed to be legalized. And that there was this hope that Evers and this new regime that came in and took over for Skippy Walker and his partners, that weed was going to be legalized. We soon found out that ain't happened. In Milwaukee County, I believe they reduced the fines. So, like, if you get caught with a pound of weed, now it's like a $5 fine or something like that. I praise marijuana for all of the medical benefits of it, but also praise it because I feel like that if people are going to do something, they should do that as opposed to popping these pain pills. People go and get prescribed antidepressants and things like that from psychologists and psychiatrists. And I feel like it does more harm than good. And I think that marijuana is a drug where I'll call it a drug. And people say, it ain't no drug, bro. It's if you want to call it a drug, it's one that, number one, it's not really addictive unless you are having an addictive personality. Now, if you have that, then don't do it. Because you're going to you're going to like this. You're going to be high all the time, right? Like, so, but if you're the type of person to say, just for right now, I just want to relax a little bit. You got a little pain, a little ache here and there. Maybe your diet ain't right. You ain't eating right. You be all right, man. As opposed to getting caught out there on some painkillers. And now what's going on with the opioids? They putting fentanyl in them. I'm hoping they don't start putting fentanyl on the weed. Like, because then I'm going to be like, oh, shit. Now I'm on something done. Then I'm going to have to go to the police.
Look, that's when we got to go to the dispensary.
Or you go to your backyard or your basement and, get your...
Grow your own, just like you growing your own tomatoes and shit.
Right. Get your horticulture.
Got your little spot in the garden.
Well, actually, there is a strain that is legal everywhere. When you go to the states where it's illegal, there's one strain that is legal. And that is called Delta 8 when you go to your favorite smoke shop. Delta 8 marijuana. Delta 8 THC. So they say Delta 8 is legal, but Delta 9 is illegal. So the difference between these deltas is that Delta 9 THC has a much stronger psychoactive effect, and I guess it's lesser in Delta 8. So Delta 8 is available in stores near you if you need some type of weed.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like drinking a non-alcoholic beer. Why the fuck would I ever do that? Like, here, you want a beer? It's non-alcoholic. Why would I drink a non-alcoholic beer? Like,
no, it's not. I mean, it got the weed in it.
I just think
supposedly ain't as psychoactive as the other
THC.
Say that
it
again.
doesn't have the same intensity.
The THC levels are way lower.
I get what you're saying. But I mean, here, Kev, have a wine cooler. If you don't get this shit out of my face, give me.
If you used to vodka, you know what I'm saying? You don't want no damn wine cooler.
No, but that's good to know, Courtney, because when if I'm ever caught with something like that, that's what I'm gonna say. But you don't understand. This is Delta 8.
I know Delta 8,
this is Delta 9, right? Be like, first of all, we thought that was a COVID variant, so they're gonna think your ass tripping. This is Omicron. This ain't even regular weed, man. What you talking about?
You tell them I got Delta 8. I got Delta. They gonna swear you got COVID.
Take your Delta ass to the
right,
county.
Yeah,
right?
We sound like COVID, right?
Yeah, and just right now with THC, I've decided to kind of leave it alone because I don't know. I just feel like when the government has their hands in something, everything is legal and there's so many growers and strains, and it's just a whole bunch of chemicals and bullshit on that shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm smoking. I don't know what type of seeds y'all giving me that I can buy the seeds online and I don't know. I don't trust it. Y'all niggas be fucking everything up for us. Y'all make everything GMO-ish. So, y'all might be giving us the weed and fucking us up at the same time. Like, here, free, go get your weed. Go buy it at the dispensary. Like, yay, but really, it's the whole plot.
Right. So you said in the legalized, packaged up, go to the dispensary. You don't want none of that. You rather,
I'm gonna fuck around, grow some so I can see the seeds on it. We used to hate seeds. Like, I want to see them now. I want to know if they there for real. Where they at?
At the dispensary, you get it at the dispensary, and they got a complete breakdown of everything that's in the weed. Like it tell you what make the weed taste fruity, how much of that, what levels of that is in the weed. It tell you everything when you get it from the dispensary.
See, my dispensary
they also got
places,
and they got places to find out how true it is. They got places where you can send stuff in, and they can tell you what's in it also.
I don't know, but maybe it's the same as like FDA shit with the food where they ain't got to list all the ingredients type shit.
Yeah,
we just use a little bit of this and that. And really, it was a whole bunch of this and that and some other shit. I don't know, man.
I think it's funny that we're having this discussion because this is the same argument some people say about the vaccine. Like, bro, you eat hot flamings, like you eat like chicken nuggets. you worried about what's in the vaccine. Well, yeah, but you have once again, I believe you have the right to, right? So, like, you can't get mad because I said, well, what's in this? Well, you didn't ask that about whatever that was.
I mean, because McDonald's gonna kill me later. It ain't gonna kill me right now. This vaccine might kill me in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Look, McDonald's gonna take a while.
I get shit like that about CMOS. You know what I'm saying? And they question me and looking at me funny about CMOS or whatever. But you took the vaccine. You don't know what the hell is in that.
Right.
You didn't even question it. But here I am telling you something that can help you, and I'm telling you what it's gonna do and what I done seen it do and all this, and I still get some of that type of backlash. But I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? A lot of people just ain't ready. A lot of people ain't ready for the information.
It ain't nothing you can do.
It's one of those type of things.
ain't nothing you can do that ain't somebody gonna have something to say about it. Like
Yep.
it's
Yep.
always gonna be somebody on the
Right.
sideline saying some bullshit. Like it's just, you know, I swear, when I used to especially rock with the Panthers really hard, and I've told this story before, but to me it was just like one of the most definitive issues is that like we literally went into a store and caught them selling rotten meat, expired meat to people. Like we went in there and we caught them and they admitted it. They even publicly apologized. And there was still black people saying, man, leave them Arabs alone, man. They cool.
Right.
That's our store. Leave our hood. Bruh,
Nigga, they poisoning you.
Meat. They're selling you expired meat.
Right. Nigga, they poisoning you. They killing you slowly.
Very disheartening, man. I know a lot of times, and that kind of limits when it comes to activism. That's why I kind of backed up off of real like grassroots, you know, frontline activism, because at a certain point I just felt like I was tired of arguing with my own people about what we was doing. You know what I mean? Like you run up in a gas station on some Arabs who then got fouled with some people, and you got brothers, you know, coming out saying, you know, what y'all doing? Leave them alone, man. They cool in the motherfucking man. Dude, they selling cigarettes to little kids. They're selling junk food. They selling rose petals. I don't know if y'all know what the rose petals is really for.
Yeah, crack.
Nobody buys a rose this big for their girl. If she like that, she's too cheap.
She's a crackhead if she likes that.
Right.
Wait, hold on. What we talking about? What crap pipe? What?
Talk about that.
Y'all be teaching me stuff. Now
What
what?
is he talking about weed? Now we talking about crack again.
Hey, dig this right, and here's something else, man. You know we don't understand about all this shit going on in our neighborhoods, man. Ain't nothing in the neighborhood good for us.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing in the gas station. Nothing in the corner stores. Ain't none of that shit good for us.
Right, and if you look at like even the restaurants, like, and it's very. I'm always disappointed in Milwaukee because I grew up here. And I remember a time where this was a city where if you wanted some soul food, like you wanted some good chicken or some fish, you went somewhere as a black restaurant, black people own Speed Queen, it was popping. How in the hell do we get to the point where we're buying fried fish and fried chicken from Arabs? Right? Like, right. And it's like these little ass pigeon wings, bro. Are these baby chickens? I don't do the J&Js and stuff like that no more. I had to stop. I couldn't. And then you want to dump all of this. This is lemon pepper on it. I'm good, right? So that's what I'm saying with our community, man. When you go in,
you don't like the lemon pepper, Cal?
No, I don't know.
I try my best. Like y'all niggas don't know what that is. That's funny. We say that about everything. Hey, you don't know what that is.
You don't know what it is.
I love that MSG.
Right. You said you used to
love that MSG.
She said crack chicken.
That shit is horrible for you. Hey, that shit is horrible for you.
Yes. It's fried. I mean,
I'm talking about the shit they put on it.
Oh, the lemon pepper or whatever?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
I know it's a lot of people watching the show. Like, I hear y'all, man. But fuck that. I'm going.
They better go pick. They should have right now. They 20
30 wings. 30 wings for $10. You can't beat that with a bat. Like
with fries and a soda.
I was on point the whole show. Now y'all on some bullshit.
I draw the line right there.
Don't talk about the chicken, goddammit.
and that 2 liter of Wildwood soda.
Fool, man, what you mean?
Man, shit. 2 liter of sugar.
But I did go to Popeyes, and first of all, let me say, fast food service is horrible right now. I know people don't want to work and all this. And you pull up at Popeyes, they're like, we ain't got no biscuits, no gravy, no wings.
Why these niggas hold on, cards? Motherfuckers don't want to work. Ain't no more unemployment. Ain't no more shit.
I think when they was giving that stimulus, people stocked up on enough pills and seeds, like Courtney said. So it's like, we got a whole new.
I'm buying all pills.
Right. I've been stockpiling lean, bro.
I'm buying all pills, nigga.
I got codeine popping left and right up out of here, man. I brought all the Robitussin when I was getting that unemployment money.
Man, right? Well, we all living now. We ought to quit. You know what I'm saying? We came up with some hustles. We all right.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Right. That's that right there, that part. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people did pick up a hustle.
A lot of people did. Like you said, we made the point on here. It was a couple weeks ago. You and Courtney both said that right now, Black entrepreneurship is like a new it's a new birth of, especially in Milwaukee, because
it's a whole
years
thing.
prior you didn't see at the level of people trying to start their own business, black businesses here, like because we didn't have a Sherman Phoenix, we didn't have, and I would give the Sherman Phoenix credit that they've created a community, and out of that community is kind of there's an ideology coming out of there, and I do dig how y'all support each other, and so they go to each other's events, like pull up, right? So I see what Funky Fresh Spring Roll. What he's blowing up, right?
Man.
And everybody supports him.
He in damn near every grocery store in Milwaukee now.
And everybody supports him, which is a beautiful thing, right? And so we got to engage in more of that. And then we can put these boo-hoo, boo-boo, the fool-ass grease pit restaurants. First of all, I just don't trust the way they even prepare the food because they have no love for us.
Right.
Like, they don't live amongst us. They don't,
none of that.
They get their money and go. These people who own these corner stores and these liquor stores, they living out in Mequon and Cedarburg. And
they don't eat the shit they cook for us.
No, they don't eat that, man.
Chinese people don't even eat the Chinese food they cook for us.
Well,
right.
Chinese, it's American Chinese. Now, I'm
right.
drawing the line. Now I'm drawing the
Americanized.
line, Kamar. You better leave Chinese food alone. Now.
I'm just saying, they don't eat that shit.
It ain't the real Chinese food, though. It's the
They don't eat that
Americanized
shit,
version.
man.
I ain't gonna tell you what I heard about real Chinese food, right? What was Trump calling COVID at first?
Did he call
China.
it?
He's
Kung
so
flu?
fucking funny, dog.
He's calling it Kung Flu.
Oh, he's so funny. Dude was funny a little bit sometimes.
That's one thing. Hey, look, that's one thing I miss about the Trump administration. Every morning when you wake up, dog, it was going to be something to laugh at.
Yeah, that nigga said something. Like, what?
Motherfuckers quitting this shit.
Yeah,
Trump getting into it with them because they quit on me. All kind of shit going on.
Like he made fun of the mentally impaired, the handicapped dude at his piece. You don't get no president who provides you that kind of comment. Trump, man, he's a fool with it. Like, hey, just inject some bleach, put some bleach in your blood.
Look, motherfuckers out here doing it too. You see it on the news. They going to the doctor.
Hey.
Everybody's doing. Trump's in there. I never said that. I never told anyone said that.
But you know what else I learned about this entrepreneur time, where all of us we have found a hustle. We all had to stay home and not work. And I mean, I was still going to work. I was an employee at the time, but I realized that me personally, I cannot run a productive household while working a 9 to 5. Like, even going into a relationship, having children, like to run it effectively, to give the children all that they need and all their events, and to just take care of a household. I can't go to work all them hours, then come home and deal with the kids, and I need to bust out a meal, and then it's just a lot. Niggas be tired. You be tired because you was already at work. I don't want to. To run a good household, I can't.
A strong support system. I think you have to have a strong support system if you got children and you want to do some entrepreneurial. I do think you got to have a strong support system. Somebody you can say, hey, watch my kids right quick because I got to run up here, or maybe watch your kids. Maybe, I don't know. We know how the black family is now.
Right.
So
need you to babysit your boys.
Right. All right, that's gonna cost you. And shit, you got to cash at me.
Damn, it's pool night.
House. What are you
Damn, it's pool night.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna go to Gold Diggers tonight. What are you talking about? I ain't got time to be watching these damn kids. They your kids, man.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying even if you don't have that, then you have to have, you have, and that's what I'm saying. I like the cohesiveness and the camaraderie, because I watch how Kamar moves and I see he's brought a lot of people on the show, and he's wearing their stuff. I never get none of the stuff, but he wears it. He's eating their food. I never get none of the food, but he's eating it. So they support.
You don't go nowhere, Kev.
Well, I've been there. We did a show live from there.
Hey, Kev, I told you it's about creating relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? We create relationships with each other, so now we know how to fuck with each other.
Right. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. My anonymity is priceless. I'm good. Every time I bring somebody new around, they fuck them up. So I just be like, I'm good.
Well, that's the thing, man. You know what I mean? It ain't always about working with people. It's just creating the relationships. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm good. I was just talking shit.
I'm good.
I like that. It's a good look because
it ain't It ain't like activism. This ain't activism. It's a whole different energy. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a whole different vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay,
laid back. It's kicking it. It's getting to know people. And you know what I'm saying? Getting to know people who working, who doing shit for themselves, who growing and growing with each other. It's a whole community growing with each other like this. Watch. In 10 years, it's going to be like it used to be. All black stores all over the place and shit like that. Black and style. It's going to be like that again. That's what I see. People growing with it now.
I'm a
Going
pessimist.
into it, I mean.
I'm a pessimist.
I was gonna say Kev's looking like hell no, that
I'm
ain't.
skeptical because I meet somebody and they be like, you know, I eat naturals, all natural. The first thing in my head is, don't let me catch you somewhere eating a sausage sandwich, because I know if I see you one day, I'm gonna roll up on you. You're gonna be like, see, that's what I'm saying. It don't benefit me to go around people because I don't trust people. So I'm automatically like, yeah, you a vegan, all right. You know, I just be on some bullshit. I be on some bullshit. And that's why my spirit is better left away from the Phoenix. I just love how they support Kamar, because that's my brother. And, you know, he's brought people on. And everybody he's brought on has been a righteous individual. They've been cool. And I'm pretty sure if I went down there, they'd be like, Kev, what's up, whatever. But I'm just one of them kind of skeptical people. Like, I just automatically don't like people for no reason. They'd be like, dude, you don't even know him. I'd be like, I don't have to know him. I don't like him. So,
well, you know, and that's me, right? I love everybody, but I don't like people.
Right? Okay. It's understandable. I don't really
you know what I'm
liking
saying?
People. Yeah.
You know, like right now, I spend a lot of my time alone by myself doing shit. You know what I mean? So that way, when I do get out, I can give all my energy. Yes. I can be who I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I could shine my light, and then I go right back home.
Exactly.
We got a caller.
People like that, Kev.
We got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Hold on, let me get this right, because I didn't bring.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Barnes, Shabaka Sankara, giving you a call, the executive producer of the podcast, Shabaka's Black Experience and that. Okay, I'm just giving you a call, man, you know, just to chop it up with you, man, keeping it positive, keeping it black. I'm currently here in the state of Florida. I'm here in the Deep South, because there have been those who have challenged me, well, Shabaka, when are you going to go into the Deep South? Well, dagnabbit, I'm here down here in the Deep South. I'm listening to the wind, hearing the stories of long ago. The song of the Strange Fruit from Billie Holiday keeps going through my mind. So I don't know if this here is something spiritual. I don't know if it's being pro-black or what have you. But however, I was challenged to come down here into the Deep South. Now Shabaka's down here in the Deep South.
So somebody's can y'all hear Shabaka?
Shabaka, you be safe down there. Hope you got you a weapon now.
Well, the only thing I can say, I think California has better orange juice. All right, and then on top of that, as I'm traveling here, and I don't know if it is the power of our ancestors or not, but I'm hearing the stories of long ago, if that's making any sense of the misery, of the pain, and whatnot. And then I believe that my next destination is Tampa, Florida. And this will be the first time that I will see the Atlantic Ocean, because I've never seen the sun rise over a body of water except Lake Michigan, but I've never seen it rise over in the ocean. I've always seen it set in the ocean. And I'm listening to the wind, and I'm hearing the stories of long ago, if that's making any sense.
It is, man, and people don't know that I just shouted you out earlier because Brother Che was on here. I've been on his brother's show, Shabaka's Experience Enhanced on Blog Talk. I'm gonna start sharing some of those shows to be some deep conversation. But I hear you saying you going to the South and you down south and you just listen and you can hear our ancestors in the wind speaking to you.
Oh, indeed. I'm hearing the misery. Feeling the brothers, you know, who are castrated down, and I'm feeling the demasculization and the violation of our women, you know what I mean? But I'm down here on work because we all got to make a living. So I'm putting it out there, Mr. Barnes, on your platform, because there have been those who have challenged me that stated, well, Shabaka, when are you going into the Deep South? You know what I'm saying? Well, Shabaka's in the Deep South right now. You know what I'm saying? The mission is classified. You know what I mean? And I just hope I come up out of here alive. You know, I'm always keeping a positive thought, because they hate that when we speak the way that we speak. They hate the way that we have our viewpoints, and they hate the way that we embrace our true heritage, which is that of our ancestors, you know, off the continent. And of course, we all know what continent that we're speaking of. Okay.
Right.
And for all ass scratchers and yassa bosses, I feel sorry for you. But however, I do understand your disease. I do understand the myopia, as Dr. Marimbani had stated off in her writing called the Yaruga. Okay. And then all the what we've been through as people, we have still survived. History did not start in the United States, and I would debate with any ass scratcher, any yassa boss, any coon, house Negro, or what have you. And they're welcome to call in the number on Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. in the East, and the number is 516-418-5996. And once again, we are still waiting on you Biden supporters to call in. You know, Sleepy Joe don't mean you no good, man. And then that raggedy vice president who was the former senator of California, she don't mean you no good either, black family. But you got the yassa bosses, the ass scratchers. We understand your problem. It is part of the mafia, but this is why we appreciate, being conscious. This is why we are conscious. You see what I'm saying? And this is why we created the hashtag of resurrection of the mental dead. Please listen to our back episodes, and I deeply appreciate you, Mr. Barnes, of allowing me to come on your platform, and we definitely appreciate you coming on ours. And it's about our liberation. It's about our self-sufficiency, because we have a right to live, we have a right to exist, and we have a right to survive.
That's right, man.
And as a wise man had said, at 24 years old, and as you know, Mr. Barnes, they did put up a memorial to Dr. Huey Percy Newton in Oakland, California.
Yep.
Okay, and the young man was only 24 years old, and he had exercised his Second Amendment rights. And of course, as you know, when they used to go out there and patrol the Oakland Police Department, and Dr. Newton had advised the people of the constitutional right to bear arms and what have you. And he did tell the Oakland Police Department that we have the legal right to do this. And with the Oakland PD asked him, well, what do those guns mean, boy? And Mr. Newton, as Dr. Newton had stated, what it means is that we got our Second Amendment rights. And that means if we catch you violating our rights and brutalizing us, we will shoot you. And those are Dr. Newton's words. And that took a lot of guts for that young man to do that.
That's right.
And then the cold part about it is that you got these coons, ass scratching, yassa bosses talking about loving everybody and hating ourselves. You see? And
You're
we
right.
understand this, and we understand that what we've been through. It is horrible. It is ugly. This is something that you cannot forget about, because those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. And then for all our hip-hop brethren, I love the art of rhythm and poetry. But man, quit using the B word. Quit calling yourselves MFs and the NGR term, because I'm not nobody's nigga. Okay? Black man, pull up your pants. Quit these effeminized ways. Stand up and be men. This is why we need the black father in the household. This is why we got to restructure the black family unit. You see what I'm saying? Because we are people too. We the original man. We gave the world the sciences. You see what I mean? And then when it comes to, how should I say, those who despise us for what we are and want us to believe this bullshit that we are the same, come to me to Southern California in about 6 months in a place called Palm Springs on the first day of summer. And keep in mind, Caucasoid, you got to leave your sunscreen at home. And let's go out there and have a conversation in 125 degree temperature at high noon. And I will show you in about 20 minutes about how we are not the same. But what I need to do is I need to have knowledge to do when your skin starts blistering and, and you're going through that vampire type of shit of what type of medical attention to give you, because we are not that inhumane to leave you out there in the desert to fry, although you would do it to us in the cold. You castrated our men folk, you raped our women, and and you lynched us and
Hey,
brutalized
brother
us.
Shabaka,
But, hey,
brother
yes, sir.
Shabaka, they got to come. They got to check out the show, man. I'm gonna share because like I said, I've called in on their show and we've had some powerful conversations.
Yes, sir.
I want to
Yes,
share
sir.
it. Make sure you share your show. Come listen and check it
Oh,
out.
yes, sir, absolutely. And definitely, too, Mr. Barnes, check out the like page, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhances, because that is where we post up all our new productions. You can go to my wall, Shabaka San Corey, and it's got the picture of the baby black cat on there. Very, very easy to find. And we tag it up there. As well too, we do definitely post it in the groups, and I do believe we did put the hashtag Outlaw Radio on there as well too, Mr. Barnes. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely appreciate your contribution to our platform. Definitely check out the Revolutionary Agenda. Definitely check out Frontline Black News, and definitely appreciate what you're doing, Mr. Barnes. And definitely appreciate your education service because it's so desperately needed with our people. But as Dr. Marimba Ani had stated, Ma'afa, a disaster so bad and horrible it is beyond description. This we don't dare forget. We don't owe it, and not only do we not owe it to the generations after us, we owe this here to our ancestors. It's because those of us who are alive today, you have to remember, is that somebody was kidnapped, lied in their own piss, their own shit, their own body waste for 6 months or better, chained up on slave ships, brought here across the Atlantic Ocean, and we still survived, brutalized, humiliated.
And people gotta tune in. They gotta tune in and hear your show.
Yes,
I'm gonna make sure the people check you out.
Absolutely. And then they could also Google us as well too, Mr. Barnes, man. And I really do appreciate you, man, for having us on there. And we are doing a show Tuesday night. The hours, our phone number is 516-418-5996. Call in. Press 1. Sometimes we do have the show uncensored, and we do put our disclaimer up there and whatnot. And we deal with the Black experience from the beginning of time to 10 minutes ago. Okay, ass scratches and yassa bosses, they will be degraded, they will be humiliated, and we understand your disease. We understand why you feel the way you do. Okay, but you're not going to tear down any of us, such as Mr. Barnes, such as Frontline Black News, such as Black I Stand Radio and Shabaka's Black Experiences, because we created the hashtag that is dedicated to the resurrection of the mental dead. And keep in mind, the healing and the reconnection is going to be painful.
That's all it's about, my brother. That's all it's about.
Yes, sir.
That's all it's about.
Yes, sir. So stay strong, stay black, and definitely get with us on Tuesday night. And once again, Mr. Barnes, we appreciate your platform. We appreciate the work we do, and we most definitely appreciate you having us on your show, sir.
No problem, man. No problem. Thanks for calling.
Sir. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, now.
Take care.
Yeah.
Y'all know I like clapping. That deserves a clap. That was all right. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Hey, the brother's deep. I've been on their show. It gets deep, and like I said, it's Shabaka Sankor Black Experience Enhanced. It's on Blog Talk. I've tried to share some of the episodes. I was on there talking about critical race theory one time. It got real deep, man. So y'all got to check it out. So y'all see what I be doing in my free time, and y'all thought I'd just be sitting around doing nothing because I don't like people, right? But I'm still in tune with what's going on with the people, man, in the movement. So when I say the Negro Whisperer, I mean that. Shout out to that brother though. My arm tired as hell from holding that phone up. I tell you that. That brother's deep though. That brother's deep, man. That brother's deep. Where was I? Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple other things. This is 9:00, so I want to save some for Wednesday. But I want you to know how crazy Milwaukee is, right? Like, this is how crazy Milwaukee is. The city bus and the school bus had an accident, and the school bus ran into the library.
I seen it. I was there. I saw it live. It was blocking the road. I was like, damn.
And we talk about reckless driving, and we blaming it all on the youngsters, the stolies, and all this. The school bus and the city bus had a crash and ended up running into the goddamn library. That's 2021 Milwaukee in a nutshell right there, right? And so people go check on your peoples, you check on your peoples. It's on the bus.
We know it's the older ones though. We know it's people in my generation, the 30-year-olds, because just like that accident on 60th in Hampton, and they were racing and they killed those 22-year-olds. They were in their 30s. They were my age.
Right. They was old heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all young people.
Right. And that's the narrative.
Oh yeah, for y'all, because y'all. All right.
That's shout out to my homie Joey Phillips. Joey Phillips, my big triple OG, quadruple OG who raised the player. He said, "Hey man, that's real talk. I love it." Shabaka's deep, man. Shabaka plays no games. I'm trying to tell you. And like I say, I go on this show, and it's just like I just the way he called in and popped off. I do it on his show. Like I call it just. And like in 1836, gee, what you don't know what happened is. So that's my brother right there, man. So I support his platform, and I want y'all to check him out, man. And because we have to have this, we got to talk to each other, you know, and we gotta speak to each other in our own languages. That's why we do Outlaw Radio, because mainstream media, especially here in Milwaukee, sucks. It don't represent us. They rarely know what's going on. They rarely tell the truth about what's going on. This is why I'm trying to get together my little news network. I'm still working on it, but the pieces are coming together lovely. Y'all gonna see us. Y'all gonna see us do our own newscast, a black newscast. I ain't gonna tell you what the name is because I know y'all steal.
I know y'all steal
because I used to steal with y'all. So
yes,
I know y'all steal, right? So I ain't gonna tell y'all the name.
Oh, let me tell y'all something real quick. I had some coffee before this show, and now my body feels jittery. I don't like it.
Well, what kind of coffee was it?
It was. I don't like it. I had a little Starbucks mocha. Huh?
You need to smoke some weed.
That's what I was thinking, because I don't like the way this.
That's how you cover that.
When you just Delta,
we don't need smoke that, Kev.
She getting the Delta talk. She's gonna smoke a Delta 8.
I can't take y'all nowhere, man.
You got some Delta 8 over there.
I know I ain't got no Delta 8, man. I'm finna go get some though. Wait, the store closed. I gotta wait till the morning.
Right. Be careful, man. When you get you some water, look at the glass and make sure the water's clear. Start paying more attention. 400,000 gallons of oil was leaked into the Milwaukee and the Menominee River.
I seen that.
400,000 gallons of oil. So
seen that.
Motherfuckers still drink sink water.
Some people do, bro. I mean,
I got the Brita on mine. You got to put the Brita on there, the attachment. You need to, because I poured a cup of water, then I did the Brita water, and the water just, when you put it in your glass, it'd be cloudy.
Shit different.
It ain't right.
We're supposed to be using part of our COVID relief money to start removing the lead pipe laterals. Robert Miranda is a friend of the show from FLAC, the Freshwater Life Action Coalition. He's been on here many times. I can get him on here to talk about the water anytime I want. Him and Chris Johnson from Kingfish MKE. And Kamar said, do people still drink sink water? Of course they do. And actually, the way it's been analyzed, they say Milwaukee takes some over-the-top safety standards for their drinking water. I'm just saying, I live through the cryptosporidium thing, and I don't actually live in the area where there's lead pipe laterals. It's not all over the city. It's in some places.
Oh.
So, no, it is. It's only in certain
areas. You, Kev. You know what I'm saying? We deal with that, but I don't live
there. So,
I ain't got that problem. You niggas do.
Hey, Courtney, he's an uppity nigga.
You know what I'm talking? He was fancy. Look at him. Okay.
No, you know what I mean. It's only in certain parts of the city.
I don't know about y'all, but around here we can drink sink water.
You know what I'm saying? Look at you.
It's only in the oldest parts of the city, man. Do the research.
Okay.
It's only in the oldest parts of the city. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know. But no, to Kamar about water is like do research on where the bottled water comes from and some of the chemicals that they put in it.
Yeah, I know some of that's fucked up. You gotta pay attention to the bottled water too.
You have to read the labels.
It's bottled water companies that's putting sink water in the bottles.
And some people don't even understand.
Then you got the alkaline water where they be talking about the 9.5 alkalinity and shit like that. I mean, don't trust that because that's synthetic. Those are synthetic minerals in the water to raise the alkalinity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's some old man-made shit.
And some people don't even understand that there's a toxic effect of water sitting in plastic for a long time. I think it's called what is it called? Leaching, where the chemical reaction from the plastic kind of gets into the water. So you got to be real careful. That's what I'm saying. Like examine. Courtney got the Brita. get you some. People will tell you, yeah, this is got all kinds of new nitrates and minerals in it. You drinking the same shit that everybody else drinking.
It
You
ain't
just
supposed to
paying
have all that
$5
shit.
for it. Right. Well, you know how they put it on the life water. This got electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, anytime y'all read y'all water when you shopping and it has ingredients, nigga, that's a problem. It's not supposed to have ingredients. The water, it's just supposed to be like water.
A lot of the time you'll see on the bottle it'll say minerals enhanced to for taste or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't trust that shit.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Southridge is in foreclosure. I know we look at, because I always talk about, they've kind of forced our hand in where we spend our money at, because Midtown as a whole, and I still don't understand how our leadership downtown has not, you got Century City and you got Midtown sitting within 20-30 minutes of each other. I just don't understand how these, it's in terms of economics, this is ridiculous. And I know a lot of black businesses would love to go to Midtown and open up, but I'm sure those rates for that rent and those leases is out of here. But and so now Southridge, we see there, and what is it? They were just bought in a foreclosure. Let me get the right thing. There is $121 million in debt. Southridge was. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Good for the gander. That's right.
Yeah. So I would just encourage us to. Serena, I don't think they'll allow Southridge to end up like Northridge, because it's in Greenfield, which is, that's they play.
Will not have that eyesore in their community.
No, they won't.
And you would think tear that shit down. They didn't tear that shit down first.
And you would think because Northridge was in Brown Deer that it would be kind of the same thing, but there's such a difference in where were black people spending their money versus where do white people spend their money. So, and then if you go north of the city, now you see so many strip malls and shopping kind of things where they got their own economic kind of developments going on. So Serena said online shopping will be our only option eventually. I don't know. I hope, like Kamar said, that we redo this village idea, and just that the spirit of entrepreneurship just spreads out. So all of these vacant, because if you go into Central City, there's miles and miles and miles of empty retail property, like just been boarded up for years. Like I can go to some neighborhoods where I can look at certain buildings and say that has been boarded up for at least 30 years, because it's been boarded up since I was a youngster, and that's ridiculous. And I do remember a point in Milwaukee when mom and pop businesses lined every neighborhood. Like it was businesses everywhere in a lot of these neighborhoods that we see now where there's nothing. We really need to recreate that before gentrification comes, because when they gentrify, that's what they're going to do. They're going to redevelop all this, and it's going to be little businesses, little startups. I started a coffee shop, and it was a cyber coffee shop, and then I went online, and now we're franchised, and we're all over the country. We need to be doing that. Just like we joked about the marijuana, but I believe if you're going to legalize, then there need to be some steps taken to make sure people of color can get involved as well. If you look at Denver, if you look at Chicago, if you look at all the places where they've legalized marijuana, there's hundreds of millions of dollars of tax revenue generated. Now, I don't know when the last time you looked around Milwaukee, but I don't know no city that needs more new tax revenue to be generated than us. Then we can stop over assessing these homes, putting the burden on the backs of black homeowners when you know damn well you just want to run it up so they have to move. You can stop trying to write tickets for every damn thing, talking about, okay, we're going to run the trolley off the parking tickets. Generate some new tax revenue, and then we can figure out more efficient ways to run the city. It ain't complicated. That's why we so hard on the people downtown who don't do their jobs. I want to make sure everybody got whatever they want to get out. Kamar, you got something you want to add? Any topic that we discussed tonight? Anything you want to reiterate your point about the black businesses? Whatever it was.
Man, like I said, we got it. You know what I mean? Like I said about that, on that note, on the black business note, it's just the flip side of how we want our people to support us. You know what I'm saying? We have to stand up and raise our standards. Our standards of customer service. You know what I'm saying? We have to stand up and make people want to spend their money with us. Just so we don't fall on that end of the stick where, just so we don't fall on that end of the stick where they talking about how that's why I don't fuck with black businesses. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to treat people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just say, you know what I mean? Yeah, we do need to support Black business, but Black business got to support the consumer too.
Okay. Courtney, what you got? I know you're sitting on something over there.
You know I am. So I decided maybe on Mondays I'm gonna hit y'all with some books because you need books. People need to read. You're really supposed to read one book a month. If you didn't know, you're supposed to. So we got the 1619 Project, and that is by Nicole Hannah Jones. You know, and she also has a children's book to go with it. Hold on, it was Born on the Water. The 1619 Project, they go together. So you get the book for yourself and one to read to your kids. But then we also have 2 books by Shahrazad Ali. Are you still a slave? You know what I'm saying? Are you? You just read it and find out. But then we have the urban survival books. You know, she has a couple books, you know what I'm saying? How to understand the Black woman, understanding the Black man. But for now, these are the 4 books I'm gonna show y'all for the week.
She gonna piss a lot of our sisters off listening to her. You know what I mean? Because she kicked some real shit. And it's the shit they don't be wanting to hear.
Nobody wants to be accountable because they really need to, listen and take heed. It's like even with the what's his name? Kevin
Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. Like he says a lot of bullshit, but some things you can take heed from. Like women need to be fit, friendly, and feminine. I agree. You're damn right, Kevin. You're right. They should be. Certain things you can learn from and you can adapt your lifestyle, but some stuff you like, I'll be all right without that. So, you always listen and take something from everything,
And man, almost as an extension of that, I was just thinking when you said that about the brother Charleston White. I don't know if a lot of people, I'm like looking at everything all the time. So I'm looking at Charleston White, and he's steadily going back and forth with gang members, Bloods and Crips, OG Bloods and Crips, about he feels he hates gang members, and he feels like that gang banging was the worst thing that ever happened to Black America, and he says he wants them to go to jail. He says he disses Nipsey Hussle and all these dudes about the whole gang culture, and he says he doesn't believe in characters. He likes Nipsey, but he likes who Nipsey really was, not Nipsey Hussle. He says Nipsey Hussle was a character. He says a lot of things that are offensive that I do not agree with, and I think he's very divisive, and I think he's very disrespectful because he's very disrespectful to the dead. But it's just like you said about that brother. Some of the stuff he says makes sense in terms of our programming, our mindset, how we actually, see things in this country, and that kind of keeps us in the position that we're in. So sometimes you got to listen to a message, even if it's hard to sit through, if there's some information in there that you could utilize. I guess that's my point. So I think what Kamar talked about with, you don't want to be the hater. You don't want to be critical of Black businesses. You want to support. But if it look like shit and smell like shit, it's probably a pile of shit.
Right.
And like Courtney said, that brother is very, very, very disrespectful sometimes in how he speaks to women, but then there is some truth hidden in what he says. So sometimes it's hard to hear, but easy to understand. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
With that said, man, we want to thank everybody who supports us, share the show. Shout out to Vaughn May, shout out to Serena, shout out to my OG Big Joy Phillips. Who else was in here with us tonight? My brother Dre Day, who always supports us. Ticey Godsey, Crystal Ship, Antonia Anderson, all these people who were in the chat room. I don't want to miss nobody. So if I miss you, don't be mad. I ain't calling these shit no more. Black people don't never want to shout you out. If you support the show, man, if you listen and didn't say nothing, man, we appreciate you. Support what we're doing. Let's support each other, man. And let's understand that, nobody's perfect. Because I have a platform doesn't mean I'm perfect. Because I have a business doesn't mean I'm perfect, right? It just means I have some ambitions, right? So you can't be too mad. If you tell me I'm never going to a Black business again because they messed up my order, then don't ever go to McDonald's. Don't ever go to Burger King, Wendy's. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go to Target. Don't go to no large corporation. Don't order nothing from Amazon. Don't do because online shopping, you will get some shit. You be like, this ain't what I ordered.
Yeah.
So when you ready to say you ain't ordering or doing business with them no more, then come to me and tell me you mad at a Black business because they messed up your order, right? But at the same time, Black businesses, come on now. You can't spend the money as soon as you get it and then tell them I can give you a credit. No, you got to get that man his paper, man.
Right.
That man his paper. You got to take that fit back. I know you was gonna wear it to ARJ Sunday night.
Hey, Kev, dig this, right? It was a food, like I told you, it was a food vendor.
Right.
This was yesterday. They told me their shipment didn't come in. First of all, you are not a restaurant. You know what I mean? Second of all, who gets shipments of food on Sundays? You dig what I'm talking about, man? Cut the bullshit, y'all. You know what I mean? Let's just step our game up. You know what I mean? That's it. Let's just step our game up.
Man, you got to figure it out, man. You got to figure out whether or not you're with us or against us, man. And I want y'all to make sure. I think we'll be on Wednesday unless something happens. And if it does, I'll let y'all know. But we'll be back whenever we come back. But we'll be back Wednesday. But you have to know you're either with us or against us, man. Either you're part of the solution or part of the problem. You better figure out which side you on. Because if your criticism of my community outweighs your contribution, you're probably a coon. I see you when I see you, man. Peace and love. Capitol Drive and Atkinson, stand up.
Peace.
I love doing that.